Well, an FBI informant says that Russia spent millions of dollars attempting to influence the Clintons. Douglas Campbell has been supplying the FBI with information since 2009. He says there was an extensive kickback and bribery scheme meant to secure approval of that famous uranium deal. Now, in testimony to 3 separate congressional committees, Campbell says Russia, the government, spent millions through the lobbying firm APCO Worldwide in Washington to assist the Global Clinton Initiative. They did this in the hope that the Obama administration would then treat Russia favorably on the deal. Peter Schweitzer is the author of Clinton Cash. He's followed things like this for many years, and he joins us tonight. So, Peter, this seems like a big story. Doesn't mean it'll be covered by anybody but us tomorrow. But this man at the center of it, Campbell, can you explain his role in this?
Sure. So Campbell's a very interesting guy. He has a history that hints at some background either in the military or intelligence, but he found himself in the mid-2000s basically serving in this capacity with 10X, this Russian firm, as a consultant. They were paying him $50,000 a month to help things happen in Washington, D.C. as a consultant. He saw what was happening. He became an informant for the FBI and started sharing information. And what he is saying is that, in this 2009-2010 period, when Uranium 1 was being considered and finally approved by the Obama administration, that the Russians were funneling money through APCO, this lobbying firm, in an effort to help that happen and to benefit Hillary Clinton. And he says he told the FBI about this back in 2010, and they've basically tried to bury it ever since.
Interesting. What's so striking about this story is the Russians were concerned that this deal wouldn't go through. And yet we've been assured by everyone in Washington, the establishment, many idiot news anchors in the tank for the left, but all sort of the response people, it was no big deal. It was authorized by all these different agencies. It was not controversial. But it was controversial. There were people who thought it was a bad idea to give any of our uranium to a Russian company, weren't there?
Oh, that's exactly right. I mean, take Congressman King from Long Island. He was the ranking member on the Homeland Security Committee. He's not a bomb thrower by any means. He was opposed to this deal. The ranking Republican on the House Foreign Affairs Committee was opposed to this deal. Senator Barrasso of Wyoming was opposed to this deal, all raising legitimate questions and concerns about it. So this was a controversial deal outside the Obama administration, but within the Obama administration, there was very little debate, and it was rammed through rather quickly.
So we, at this point, are we certain, and I don't want to get over our skis at all on this, but are we certain that the government of Russia spent money in order to lobby the Obama administration, and perhaps the Clintons, she was serving as Secretary of State at the time, in order to secure this uranium deal? We know that.
Well, what we know is that the Russians gave money to APCO, $3 million. The Russians, according to Campbell, in audio and videotapes that the FBI have, say that it was used for the purposes of Uranium 1. APCO is denying that and saying, no, it involved other work that they were doing on behalf of Russia. And, of course, that's part of the problem, Tucker, is all this Russian money is sloshing around Washington, D.C. So it's not a surprise that there are a lot of people that are making money and a lot of people that were trying to do bidding for Moscow, whether it was on Uranium 1 or on other issues.
And if you're going to pretend that Russia is our greatest international threat, you'd have to be concerned about this. But, of course, they're not, because they're liars. Peter, thank you. Good to see you.
Thanks, Tucker.